Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning. It's not morning. Good afternoon. Hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday. Today is going well. Mr. Fohammer himself, off to Twitch I go. Yeah, we're dual streaming now. We're streaming both sides. Also, hello, everyone. Welcome. Paint Liquor got here first, as usual. Don't know how he does it every time.
Actually, Avian did.
Was it Avian?
Well, if you look over here, yes.
It's different when I look at the two different chats. Yep. Oh no.
This one is not the good chat.
Oh.
It's too big.
It's too big.
It makes everything go away too fast. And then and it doesn't show follows or anything like that.
Uh-huh. Well, I will bow to the will of the Lord Commander herself. Welcome back, Jen. Nice to have you back on stream. Never cross the streams. Oh, how you doing over there? So many faux hammers around. Where's the real hammers? You guys are bringing all the fake ones. Where's the real ones?
My directive to watch via Twitch. You guys should watch wherever is easiest for you. I know that some places of business do not allow the Twitch to be watched, but they do allow the YouTubes. So,
wait, do people actually pronounce the faux hammer wrong?
Foxhammer.
Foxhammer. Fauxhammer. Faxhammer. Man, fax machines.
We're cultured around here. We know the word faux.
Yeah, I'm aware of how faux works. Foxhammer all the time. Oh God.
Foxhammer. What? That's actually, yeah, yours is one of the easier ones. We get some real doozies.
That's a relatively straightforward one. For me, at least. When it comes to post-apocalyptic, we have more problems. Well, I say we. I really mean me. But that's fine.
As long as it's hammer time, we got this. Definitely a fan of the hammer time.
Well, for those of you who are here so far, we are in fact doing the April Challenge review today. As usual, we will paint for the first hour of stream, and then we're going to go through all the wonderful and spectacular submissions that you guys gave us, of which there are 38. There are a lot of submissions today. Huh?
Cannibalistic Zombie said, my problem is I don't know how I should be painting guns.
Painting guns?
Mm-hmm.
What gun are you painting? Baby J, you are slow fuse where to look for rust? Huh?
I don't understand that.
Are you asking?
Or slow fuse where to look for rust, right?
I'm gonna need a rewrite of that sentence because I'm having a hard time understanding.
Just throw back my legs and pollute my britches with delight.
Oh,
thank you for the sub.
Cannibalist, what's your name on Discord? Is it the same? It doesn't. I don't think it's the same.
Is that an old joke, Game Delay?
I don't. Did you put a final in there? Did you finish a submission?
Who are you talking to?
Cannibalist Zombie.
It's for the current challenge, not for.
Oh, the current challenge.
Yeah.
Oh,
It said this month's challenge.
I generally don't offer advice for challenges. I can give you a generic answer.
Well,
I don't want to not answer your question.
Throw back my legs and pollute my
but generally, we
delight.
try to avoid looking at the challenge stuff early. Well, Jason has appeared.
Hey, remember, I thank you for the sub.
Did you faux hammer Ross? What?
Yeah, Ross is here.
Noden? Did somebody answer Noden's?
No, we're still
we're still working through it. Yeah, we're working through it.
Hello, everyone.
We have very active chat right now.
Hey, somebody likes us.
Just the silver looks bad to me, and I think black would look bad next to the hazmat suit too. What are we talking about?
Ken was talking about a gun that they're painting for the May challenge.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Then Noden said, I use the underpainting flesh technique. I've come to the conclusion that you have some kind of witchcraft going on over there.
Full witchcraft for
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
Full witchcraft.
Or wizardry.
What's giving you problems with it?
Mad Malachite changed your name here to match Discord. Used to be Discord Dave, but they don't allow the use of the word Discord in your name anymore. Here or
What?
on Discord?
I would assume Discord probably cares more than Twitch, right?
I don't know.
Discord might not want you to look like you're a representative of
Oh,
their
it's here.
company.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't be.
Oh,
That's really
Avian
silly.
said, I was wondering if I asked either you or Slowfuse about Rust references. That I didn't get that at all.
Shoot
What
me a
you
message
wrote,
in
Avian.
Discord. I've got some great Rust references that I can send you.
It's a wild seal. Watch out.
The
take it
seal has
dangerous.
arrived. I don't know what you're talking
Have some.
about. I'm a real boy.
I think having you on stream in the seal suit would be
So everybody
hilarious.
says that, but that suit is really hot.
I know. I knew it the minute the words came out of my mouth. I expected to get that response. And then my response is going to be, it's too cool to not do anyways.
Painting Black Legion, rich gold taking multiple passes on trim. Do you have a fast, efficient gold recipe for an army of chaos trim? So what do you mean? Like it's because you're going over black primer and the metallic isn't covering as well as you want on the first pass? Is that what you're saying? The best bet for any golds is to always undercoat with something in the range that you're going for, like either a deep orange or brown or something like that first. If you're doing an army and you're looking for a super speed, right? Then, I mean, rich gold works really well. But if you're seeing it, try not thinning it, try not putting as much water on your brush, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say...
It covers
for
really well.
Yeah, rich gold generally covers really well. But anytime you thin it, you're going to start running into problems.
Yeah.
It works much better when it's right out of the pot with minimal amounts of water on your brush.
Because of this stream, you say, well, huzzah, huzzah, to your wife's increasing aggravation.
So, and my response to that is you should get her to start watching it, and then she'll have no choice but to just join in. Because how can you help it?
Exactly. This is how families grow together.
This thing
Oh,
is like
and Noden said
pretty
it
much done,
worked.
Jason.
Just the colors used blew my mind that it worked.
Just got the whole paint line on the wall.
It only fell once.
Oh no! Falling at all sounds awful.
That's not good. Wait a minute.
Oh no, Chuck. Y'all, if anybody ever tells you that you should get into the automotive manufacturing sector, you should just stab them in the face and run.
Put it on. It is hot.
Duly
No,
noted.
That's not how that works, dude.
Kind of cheating at work watching. Yeah, that we were just saying that some places of business allow YouTube but not Twitch, and we see you're on YouTube. Welcome. Keep the volume low so you don't get caught.
Yeah, don't get caught. If your boss catches you, you tell him that we told you it was okay.
Yeah,
That's the next step.
tell them to call us. We'll pretend like they got the wrong number. Jason, you always look hot. Put the seal costume on.
Flattery will
I
get you
knew
everywhere.
it.
I am not wearing the seal costume, though. Not going to happen.
Oh, and I was joking about the seal.
But not about the hot.
Not about being hot.
You,
Monument
I don't know
Hobby
how to-
saved
I
my
don't know.
marriage.
I don't know how to treat you people.
hey, remember, you're the pretty one, remember?
I don't know how to act.
You're the pretty one, and then you put on a fancy costume.
Silly people.
That's only just going to make you more fancy and more pretty.
Or G Mike said, my boss caught me. I told him to deal.
Oh my gosh,
You
Mike.
can deal with it.
Oh,
Just
gee,
deal
Mike.
with it.
I'm probably not going to regret that.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't hurt later. You're fine.
Yeah, hey,
Is
Mike,
your boss a
remember-
relative? If so, it's probably fine.
Yeah. If not, though, yeesh.
Not.
We'll see.
We're hiring a couple more people in our production
Yeah,
department.
we're hiring. you want to come sling paint? Hit up Jen.
So with this new gig, I have a long enough lunch. I'm thinking about getting some extra paints to keep in my desk for lunchtime hobby time. You have a thing, Chuck, called a Go Bag Evo.
Yep.
We
yep.
know that
We
you
know
have
you have
this because we were all completely shocked that you were able to hold out with not using it
Yeah.
for until you waited until proper gift giving time.
Also, I'm pretty sure he got it ahead of proper
I think he
gift giving
did.
time.
I think
Yeah.
I think that they were allowed to open them. Chief Customer Officer doesn't care what you do during the day. Awesome. That kind of freedom is nice. Rogue Hobbies, hello.
What?
We're doing
Whoa.
quite well. As
Well,
are
hello.
your paint sets. Well, actually, they're out of stock. The go bags are old. Yeah, you're correct. They are sold out right now. That's because we had a fire.
What's up, Louise? Glad to see you.
But Chuck could pick up the Neo, which is the half size, good for taking work.
If you have not been around, we had a fire.
Do
On
we have-
fire.
We had a
Yeah.
fire at the
We're all
warehouse
okay.
outside, but
Everyone's
unfortunately
fine.
it torched the storage container with all of the Evos in it.
Yes.
So we are trying desperately to rebound and figure out how we can get more quickly, but they will be out of stock for a while.
Okran, are you in the Phoenix area? That's question number one. We don't have any remote work, but if you are in Phoenix
Or
and
would like to move
and well,
to Phoenix.
I moved.
This guy came from
so-
Seattle.
Okay, but
Our first employee came from Arkansas.
okay.
You can move. You can do it.
You can email us at support@monumenthobbies.com. Just send us your resume. We are, you're in Mesa and your husband is looking. Okay, we are looking for production assistants. That is in our manufacturing paint production department. Noden said, I just caught myself watching too. I told myself to shut up and I can do what I want. You're not my supervisor.
Yeah, exactly. But wait,
Are you the boss?
aren't
Yep.
you your supervisor?
Yep. I think that was the whole point.
Telemachus, I read today that the inventor of the Ferris wheel never met the inventor of the merry-go-round because they traveled in different circles.
So
But
I read one yesterday before I realized that Telemachus was the one writing it, and he got me.
if I recall, it's pretty good too.
He got me.
Check your bicycle commuter in the summer. Go bag is portable, but not that portable. The Neo, though.
Wait, you don't have a big like granny basket on the front of your bike? What, are you even do you even bicycle, bro?
Do
Rogue
you even
Hobbies
bicycle, bro?
said, I'm about to start
Oh my
making my
God.
YouTube video about the paint. Excited to finally release
Oh,
it. We can't wait to
nice.
see it.
To make the video about what?
The
The
paints.
paints.
Ooh! You sent me an email today. I'm excited. Louise, I got to get back to you and let you know about the time stuff. I will do so. I don't know what's going on. here
Ryan
with all these
Wallace, not
faces.
at this time, but we will keep you in mind if anything should open up.
In where?
Any jobs for people with a BA in sociology and an MA in anthropology? I can loot temples for you.
Is your anthropology and primate studies by any chance?
Rogue Hobbies, thank you. We luckily we are all fine. The majority of Monument Hobbies is fine. It could have been a lot worse. So we're definitely considering ourselves lucky.
Yeah, we are super lucky.
Full go bag, even a Neo, is heavier than my bike. It's just how you build up endurance.
Yeah, we got super lucky with the fire and that it
all the
didn't have-
Evos were in a fire. Well, not all of them. There were some that were in our building. The ones that were in the storage potentially are all lost.
Yeah, we got to do everything by the books with the insurance and investigators and all of that stuff.
Philip, I'm ignoring you.
Philip. Hi, Philip.
Wait a minute.
There is a fire. The seal of approval is okay. Crisis averted. You accept overseas people if you have permission to work in the United States and you live in Phoenix. No night shift, Ghost Hunter.
Did Ghost Hunter just ask specifically for a night shift? That's interesting.
Ghost Hunter. If I move to Phoenix, can I operate the paint machine during the night shift?
Oh.
No. Game Delay thought I said that we were looking for protection assistance.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, that's what it sounded like first.
Dom's Minis, good morning from Australia.
Ooh, hello.
Good afternoon from
How's it
Arizona.
going? Yeah, it's been a little rough start to the week here. We're making it.
Noden's work from home, a couple of side gigs going to help you support being your mom's caregiver. It is a big responsibility that I'm sure is very appreciated. The key is to send just enough. Oh, I'm not going to read it because I don't want him to know your secret.
Hope everybody else's week is starting off better than ours.
Bakamaru said ad was super cool. I laughed start to stop. Thank you. Very glad you liked it.
Hope you enjoy it. Like anything, every time we make a commercial, we want to make sure it's something we would watch and laugh at and not take ourselves too seriously. So I'm glad it's getting a good amount of response already. It was a lot of fun to make.
Yes. Jacob got to throw paint at
Jacob
Philip.
got to throw paint at Philip.
I haven't even done that before.
Chair guy got to throw paint all over new guy Phil.
OMG Mike said, what's the over-under on a head being found after Jason finishes the last highlights on the cloak heads?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Thanks. Because I guarantee that's going to happen. I'm sitting here staring at this thing and they just keep popping up.
Oh, don't forget the cup, by the way.
The what?
The cup.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh,
There's no
thank
cup.
you.
What are you talking about?
Are you purposely remembering the cup, disremembering the cup, or
This guy doesn't need a cup.
well, he does.
Ryan Wallace's anthropology is a concentration in archaeology. Said we'll dig for pay. Ismail Camarillo, we had a little bit of a fire here on Sunday. Did everyone okay? Did Jordan's reprimed model survive?
Ugh.
Yes, it was nowhere near the studio or the offices up
Like
here. Really,
pre-primed
nowhere near any of the
models.
offices. It was back in the back of the building, outside. And we are
I love how I'm
all
standing out back with all the
okay.
firefighters. You know, they've put the fire out. They're dragging thousands and thousands of dollars worth of go bags to their doom as they've just sprayed high pressure water all over all these burned up bags.
That's
And
when
all
I-
of them are
that
just
was when
like
I
all of them are
cried.
just like nonchalantly like, "Hey, inside of your office is cool. What do you guys do?"
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a little more worried about other things right now. Thanks.
It's like, well, here pretty soon we clean up all the glass you traipse through our office.
Game Delay said about the commercial. Who was the person that left the larger silhouette than Philip? We're gonna talk about that.
We don't talk about that person.
The go bag had backpack style straps. It would keep it from swinging while riding, 'cause that's just dangerous. Ghost Hunter, I'm telling you again, we don't do a night shift.
You put the strap around like a messenger bag. That's what Jordan and I do.
Mm-hmm.
When we traipse all over New York City with them.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Yeah, honestly, that walk wasn't even too bad with the go bag.
It wasn't bad.
It really wasn't.
No, as soon as you did it messenger bag style, it's easy.
Yeah, I definitely did over the, like, across the chest.
Like I was
Messenger
walking
bag.
behind you and I was like, dude, why is Jordan the smart one? Because I'm all fighting mine and like walking block after block, and then I put it on Messenger backs down. I was like, win.
Yep. You want to know why? Because you got there a day later, and I had already done the mistaken part the first day, and realized, oh, this needs to change. And voila. I did all the legwork on figuring out why it sucked. And then you were like, oh, look at that. It works.
Yeah.
OMG Mike said, I keep thinking you're talking about a baseball, like a protective cup, when you remind him of the cup.
That's what I was talking about.
That's 100% what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was talking about.
Totally.
Paint Liquor said, is there a rat tail on the back where the fur meets the cape?
A rat tail?
Can't see where the fur meets the cape.
Fur meets the cape.
There is a little something hanging down right there, but maybe is talking about.
There's hooks.
It does look like a tail, like a rat, like a literal rat tail, not
No,
like the
there's
hair
tons
rat
of,
tail.
There's tons of hooks to hang the heads on.
This model just
So
never.
like there's a hook, there's a hook, there's a hook up in here. So there's some hooks for where he hangs all the heads on it, because that's necessary.
Because that's necessary.
Because GW.
Thanks, Games Workshop. You guys
We are working with our insurance, so hopefully there will be some good news there.
Can't tell. I'll paint that like it's skin and not a crown. I don't know what this is on here.
Grizz, hey guys, happy Tuesday. Just got my order yesterday with my texture trainer, my first set of monument paints. So excited.
Awesome,
Yay!
thank you.
Excellent.
Thanks for
That
taking
is
care
awesome.
of me. Love my unicorn sticker as well. Awesome.
Jen's like, yes.
Team Jen.
That damn Team Jen.
Noden's been patiently sitting on Hobby Dollars waiting for expansion 1 to be available again. Soon.
Can you put hooks on my rope? Oh yes, to keep it closed? You mean, oh no, for hanging heads.
I need them for hanging heads.
More hidden faces than a Where's Waldo page.
Oh my gosh.
You're not far off on that one.
That's super funny. More. Oh, man.
Don Gibson, not to be a buzzkill. Why would this be a buzzkill? Because it's eyes. But can you guys go over your eyes methodology tutorial in the near short future? Thanks.
Eyes
Do we have, or like, are you asking us to do like a short on eyes? Is that what you're asking, or do we have one that you have questions about? We have one about eyes.
I don't think we have an eye
No, I don't think so.
methodology.
Probably asking for one.
Yeah. It's a little difficult to record. It's really tight up on the model. It's something we could definitely look into trying to get
Yes, please.
good camera work on.
Again, you're looking for one, right? You would like us to do something to show eyes, is what I'm gathering. Get a screen cap of Jason staring at the camera. Paint what you see. He doesn't use a size 6. He uses like a 4.
What's that?
OMG Mike said Jason always says he uses a size 6 brush when he paints minis, but is that typically for 75 millimeter? Or do you actually use a size 6 for smaller miniatures like Middle Earth Strategy Battle Games scale?
I use a size 6 for basing larger surfaces. That can be any model. But then I moved to like a 4 and a 2. So right now I'm using a 4, I think.
You saw something about eyes from last year from Jason.
I've done them on stream quite a bit.
Yeah.
Where we talk about staging eyeballs and
The model was out of the picture off and on. Because it probably was from a stream.
Oh, yeah. Likely from a stream then. I'm thinking about putting a logo on this shirt. But I'd have to come up with something. which sounds kind of like fun.
I'm imagining the kind of shirt that guy would wear.
I know, right? I'm like, what kind of shirt would it be? Would it be like a beer shirt? Would it be like a
Or something with like a cheeky like innuendo or something.
yeah,
It would really
yeah.
be. It would really be like the I support single moms.
Yeah.
It has the stripper pole.
Stripper.
That's
Yes.
so funny. Oh my
A
gosh.
yellow happy face.
Oh, a yellow happy face would be great, actually. A yellow happy face. Oh my gosh, that'd be so good. Trying to think of how I would approach doing that.
It's literally a yellow circle with 2 black dots.
Well, yeah, I know. But it's like, would I do an outline?
A hobby nerd shirt.
Would I do like how would I
And
class
Soleil,
it up?
hello, by the way.
Oh, I could have it be a hobby nerd shirt.
That'd be great.
That would be pretty funny. Just do
That's
the
a NASCAR
M.
shirt model if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, yeah, very true.
Cash, grass, or ass.
There we go.
Not funny.
Let's see.
Oh, did we get a raid and it didn't tell us? Miniac.
Miniac.
Hello, everyone. Sorry, raiders. I didn't hear the alerts.
We did not hear
Or it's
anything.
being
Hello.
super,
Hello.
super slow. Hello. Welcome, raiders.
Well, welcome, folks. Hope you're all having a wonderful Tuesday. I hope that guy's been nice to you.
Hey Scott, are you there? You should have stayed a week or come a week later.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
Yikes. Yikes.
Scott painted a knee pad and a tube.
Funny thing is, I think Scott would really think this model's hilarious.
A knee pad and a tube? Is that a lot or a little? That
It
sounds like
doesn't-
something I
it
would do.
doesn't sound like a lot. Weird Science, hello. What is
What's going on,
this?
everybody?
What is this Monument Hobbies?
Oh.
Which one- well, are you asking about the models? What are the models? Or are you asking what is Monument Hobbies?
Jen, could do the unicorn.
He doesn't look like the type of guy that would wear a shirt with a unicorn on it, though.
That's the whole
At
point.
all.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Well, huzzah,
Could also do
huzzah.
the-
I'll
the-
just throw
the
back my legs
thumbnail.
and pollute my breeches
also
with
be fun.
delight.
But I think the M
Dom's
would
Minis,
work.
thank you
No, hobby
for
nerd
the
is the,
sub.
Am I doing hobby nerd or the M?
just hobby nerd.
Hobby nerd? Okay.
Dom's Minis just subbed and said in the sub message was sorry about the fire. Here's some down under money worth at least 0.00004 USD.
Alright, I need to practice this hobby nerd before
The currency exchange kills it. It's the thought that counts, baby. Thank you.
Don't mind me, I'm just practicing the hobby
Yeah,
nerd.
Scott
really
was
quick.
just here a couple weeks back. I'm sure he would have enjoyed it had he been here when the building caught fire.
Well, thankfully the building did not catch fire.
That would have made
Just
for
a fire right outside the building.
that would have made for much better YouTube content for him.
Yeah. So, I mean, did you guys talked about it yesterday, didn't you?
What's that?
About the fire?
On stream?
Yeah.
I think so.
You talked about it a little bit.
Scott did not set a fire as he left. He was long gone.
Monument ads are getting out of hand. Now we're setting fire to the building.
Fortunately, no paints were damaged. No paints were impacted at all in any way. Definitely brings a whole new meaning to fire sale. I don't think anyone will want to buy the things that got burned.
No. Yeah, fire sale.
I went to
Oh my
Monument
gosh.
Hobbies HQ. This place is lit.
Oh no.
Damn.
the new burnt umber.
Oh God.
Ghost Hunter saying yesterday, Jason said I wasn't allowed to make more than one fire sale joke because fires are serious business. That is true. I'm only going to speak for myself, and I am right now at this moment far enough away from it that I can laugh. That's not to say that in 20 minutes I might start crying again.
Yeah, Sunday definitely would not have been the time to do that.
That begins on local news. Yeah, the fire was terrible, but have you seen our 3 new paint sets?
Oh gosh.
That's kind of how we got to be with it. You
Yeah.
know? It's not like you can change it.
Yeah.
So we just got to roll with the punches and chalk it up to experiential.
Well, now you know what to do when your building is on fire.
MCXL, I've been using the crap out of that Rogue Hobby set, Jason. Thanks again. Just needed
Awesome.
some night vision. Ariadna using a lot of the green.
Nice. Very cool.
Louise was in here just a second ago.
Yeah, she was.
You can say hi and thank her for her color choices. Wonderful Rogue Hobbies herself.
I'm very passionate about my hobby, which is running over marauders like rats. Larry, not Lawrence, the post-apocalyptic trucker. It's Lawrence, not Larry. We'll find out about insurance soon. They're coming Thursday.
Yeah, the nice thing is that everybody's very responsive to it. So
Telemachus, yeah.
people have been fast to want to help
remember
out.
that. Telemachus, it's been a couple years already. It feels like it was not that long ago. Telemachus said, I'm not touching any fire jokes. We had a kitchen fire a couple years ago, and that was a headache.
Yep, I remember that, Tel. Not a great way to spend any of your time. Would not recommend. If you are, for some reason, going to have a fire interrupt your normally scheduled program, I would suggest not doing it at 5 a.m.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Break up Google, your store still hasn't gotten their new signature paints yet.
hello.
Oh. Tell them to get their order in.
Yeah, I was about to say, have they ordered them? Because it doesn't sound like they've ordered them.
Yeah, depending on where they order from. If they order through distribution, they always will be slower than if they order direct. Because distributors get the same pre-order status as stores do on new releases. And if your store then goes through the distributor, then they're a step back from that.
Red Razor, hello. Girl Painting said a month ago my toaster caught fire. I carried it to my balcony and let it burn out. Funny thing is, the toaster still works just fine. That's crazy.
Well, that's pretty good.
Houdini 7 got the new paints yesterday. Now own all Monument Hobbies paints.
Wow, awesome. Thank you.
Houdini, hero mode.
Relapse said, package arrived today. Everything is in working order. Border services didn't get me this time. Excellent.
Nice. It's very strange how they just pick and choose, right?
Alaskan Gangster, these models are not, these can be purchased. They are not 3D prints. The one on the right is from Mindwork Games, Mindwork Studios, I'm not, Mindwork something, and that actually can be purchased through our website. The one on the left, I have no idea.
Usharan.
I mean, it's Usharon.
Games Workshop.
It's Games Workshop. Okay.
The wonderful Games Workshop. This is new guy Phil's model that I decided I wanted to paint.
Yeah.
So now I'm painting Phil's model and enjoying it somewhat until I got to the point where there's 50 million faces embedded in the fur, because of course there are.
And then you're liking it a lot less.
Oh my god, look, there's one right there. See, this is the one I would have missed, guys. See that right there?
Jason, the night is young.
What is it?
Another face.
Oh, that's what someone was saying. Like,
Yeah.
what's the over under?
Yeah, but I got this one before we were finished, so
Philip wants to know if you regret your decision yet.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm having fun painting it. It's a good
Break
model.
up Google. They did. So they did. Does that mean they did order it? The distribution are pathetic. It's the Spokane area bunch of unprofessional hillbillies.
Spokane.
Understand that.
Retailers are always busy, so we try not to pass judgment. Obviously, we would love for all the retailers to order as soon as we tell them they're up for order. A lot of times people will wait, until they see what the demand is to put their order in. And of course, with a new product release, sometimes that's too long to wait because you get left out, unfortunately, from the first run. So we had some stores that, contacted us going, oh, I didn't get the email about the pre-order when we were already sold out. So
They
we're working
ordered
as
it.
fast as we can to get stores loaded back in. It's going to be a week or so before everybody really gets.
What's the store name? Break up Google. I need one extra hook in the back where I can't reach on my own. 50 million faces and a chalice. Yeah, that's the one you
I
might
have not
missed.
painted the chalice
Now
yet,
there will
so.
be another face. Jason is in his least favorite painting phase, gribbly bits and doodads.
You got it. Somebody in chat and Discord today was like, Jason, finish a model? He
Well,
paints
this one's
everything to
for Philip.
99% and then gets very upset with all the gribbly bits
Yeah.
and doodads, and it goes on a shelf. And I was like, they know me too well.
But this one's for someone else. It's not yours.
I'm about to tell Phil he gets to finish all the
Phil
little
gets
faces.
to finish the gribbly bits and doodads.
Phil's going to get to paint all the teeth on all these faces.
He's here. He's listening. You can tell him right now.
Let
Point
him
them all
know.
out so he can see
He's
what
already
got
said
going
he'd
on.
finish the damn thing with all the little bits I didn't want to paint, but I'm not trying to throw him under the bus.
Yeah, this model that Jason's painting is for Philip. It's not his own.
Alaskan Gangster. Oh, no problem. Yeah, we are definitely That Monument Hobbies. We manufacture Pro Acrylic paints. We do all of the things
That's
here,
us.
right in the building we stream live from. It's actually the whole company started from this stream
Yep.
over 8 years ago.
I wasn't here then.
50 million faces in a chalice. Band name.
Has everyone decided on Golden Demon models? Ooh, Mike.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Mike.
Hello.
Mike.
Mike. What commercial was that? That was. Well, that was a. Guess what?
I'm
day
gonna
it
laugh.
is.
If what I think happened, happened.
10x said, can't wait for Flame on set, but it's sold out of my favorite shop in the UK. We'll have to wait. They must have done pre-orders on it.
No, Ryan. No. We are doing something fun with Smaug, though. But I looked at that model today, and I was like, no, this is not being done for the Golden Demon.
Mad Malachite, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Mad Malachite said, I just tried their paint for the first time 2 weeks ago. I now own about 67 of them.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Well,
yeah,
I
that's
am
what I was
happy
thinking,
for
Paint
you
Liquor.
because
The
it's awesome.
Geico.
It's
Oh,
so
you
funny.
got a go bag. Killing Me Smalls said thanks for the bag. It works really great. That's awesome.
Oh, I know what I can do. We have the little things for the shirts, right? With the logos on them.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go grab one when he's back
Okay.
because I'm like trying to like look at it upside down
Oh, yeah.
and get the spatials so I can
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, and I'm having a hard time.
We also have it on a sticker.
I
that would be
don't know if a
easier, 'cause
sticker
the-
is closer.
Well, because the other thing is just plain white on a clear background.
Yeah, but I have a black background
Oh,
here.
okay.
Yeah, so it'll work okay. Jason is making a lot of digging through boxes noises in his office. He was telling me about the project that he was starting, which I'm very stoked for. If it's the same one, I hope it's the same one. Jason's been gone for a long time. What the heck?
I don't know what he might be opening a box.
Oh,
Does he got something delivered?
well, I know what that
Plan.
was. And if it's that, I'm gonna laugh really hard.
Don't use it for travel, but your man cave is in the garage. So I put the bag upstairs in our bedroom. Yeah, that's one of the ways that we've marketed it is that you know, if you don't have a space at home, you're using the table or, you know, like your dining room table or something like that, you can keep it in there. If you don't want to have all of your paints out all the time at home, maybe you do have a great space, but you just don't want that aesthetic. You like it neat and tidy. Great way to just pack it up, put it away when you're done. He's just standing in the hallway.
He's just standing in the hallway. Jason. Hello?
He just needed a minute.
He just needed a minute.
Painting is hard. Why am I so rusty, JP Gray? Because you haven't practiced in a while. Maybe you'll get back to it. The judge.
What the
Julian
heck?
executioner.
What?
What the heck?
Well, of all the things that I was expecting,
This was not one of them.
that was not it.
Oh, that's exactly what I was expecting.
Did you need some help?
I'll figure it out. I just need scissors.
Okay.
Now, Malachite, when I can get to Imperial Outpost, we'll get transparent sets, start on the signatures, hoping they have a go bag. I hope for
Are you
you that they
taking
have a
that
go
one
bag
to
too, because
Golden
they're not
Demon?
going to
Yeah.
get one for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a big part of my Golden Demon entry. You guys are going to get to come along on this ride with me, and it's going to be nuts. If you're making me enter Golden Demon,
Oh my gosh.
I'm doing it the right way.
I don't know why he was yelling Mike, Mike. Oh my gosh.
Well, because Mike said, do y'all have all the models? Do you know what you're doing for Golden Demon? I'm like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
do!
Yeah. Oh, that's why. Yeah.
This is amazing, by the way. This is going to be absolutely stupid. They probably won't let me enter it because it'll be too big. But
I mean, you can bring it and it will still be awesome.
Mike, he was yelling Mike because you had said something about his Golden Demon entry, I think.
Yeah, you asked about it.
And then we started. Then we remembered the Geico or the Camel commercial. Is that Geico? Yeah, the Camel one where he's like in the office walking around. It's the guess what day it is.
I packs these very well.
I mean, it looks fancy as heck, so I would hope so.
It is not a cheap thing.
Yeah.
Is it like a metal Thunderhawk or something? It looks
No.
heavy. What is this? Is it the Titan? Looked like a whole picture frame.
Holy crap with this nonsense. And, oh boy, this is so beautiful.
This is so beautiful.
It's so great and so hard to get out of here. Holy Brinks Vault, Batman.
Is it Jesus?
Is it what?
Is it Jesus?
It is Jesus in a box. They packed him really well.
Are you sure you don't need a
Emerson,
hand?
I'm getting scared.
You don't know what to ask a hand for because there's not enough space.
Well, I can hold it while you cut at it.
I got it.
Okay.
You just paint your model, boy.
Whoa.
Mo said, is it all the 30K Primarchs in a diorama?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Mike's telling me to go grab the Fulgrim that he sent over for me to paint.
Okay. So I was about to say, who's to blame for this damn Fulgrim model that shows up on my desk today?
Would be Mike.
What is that about? He just sent you Smog.
I know. I had this conversation with him.
Mike,
Like, what the heck?
stop. Stop.
Ismail Camarillo said, this is more exciting than getting my student loans forgiven.
This is where it just.
Mike, I'm going to need you to stop. I'm going to need you to save for your kids' college fund and stop sending us models. They're cluttering my desk.
He cluttered my desk. I mean,
Well, because they're all in my name.
I told him.
And I keep looking, I'm like, I haven't ordered any GW stuff. I was like, this better not be Mike. And now it's Mike. And it's like Fulgrim,
Mike's saying that you mentioned you wanted to paint Fulgrim for Golden Demon.
I think you meant to say me, but yes.
Oh.
I never said that.
No, I did. I said I was thinking about it, and he was like, "Well, you have one," and I was like, "Mike."
Now you have to.
Mike? Now I have to. Yeah, that's true. That's at least one of the models. That is insane.
Mike said he has no kids.
No kids.
Doesn't need to save for their college.
Yeah, you got to turn it a little bit more. A little bit more.
Can we
going.
send you models?
Can we send you models?
I mean, you can send whatever you want.
This-
That doesn't mean anything's gonna happen.
You did communicate, Mike.
This is the beginning of my golden demon.
I can't wait.
You're
Oh,
gonna
sweet!
paint
You're
your
gonna
face
paint
in
your
a
face in a frame.
Looks like someone framed Jason. I
Oh,
like the frame, but the subject might not work for Golden Demon. Classic art. The Emperor's belt buckle.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna do a piece of leather through the middle with a buckle tongue,
buckle tongue. I'm gonna go get that hobby nerd thing now.
and it'll be the Emperor's belt. But that's a great idea, by the way. It's actually better than my idea. This frame, I don't think everybody's really taking it in. This is an amazing frame. It's more expensive than any of the models going in it. And there's a knight. There's a knight castigator going in here, and a bunch of Death Corps of Krieg guys. I'm gonna have to transform one of the horsemen that I bought. I have the horses
Will it
from
work
the.
to do this and have you
horses.
lay it down and show everyone? Not really, huh?
No,
Okay.
it's too big. Yeah, this whole project's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna do a shadow box. So there'll be a painted background in here, and then the models will be exploding out of the frame. So I'm gonna beat this frame up, as a matter of fact. I'm gonna do egregious acts of violence to this frame. Which is a shame, because it's a beautiful frame.
Cannibalistic, it won't really fit on the table because they're so zoomed in. So him holding it is probably the best view you're gonna get right now, other
Yeah,
than
it
like
won't. Go to one
close-up
painter,
detail.
and I'll zoom out, but
Oh my
you can
gosh.
see like the
That's
little bit.
fancy.
pretty cool.
Is this for Golden Demon 2056?
Nope. This is for Golden Demon 2025.
Next year, baby, I will be done.
We're
This
doing
may be
it.
the
Doing it
only
on
thing you see me
stream.
work on for the next year, but
Will you be doing it on stream?
I'll be doing some of it on stream, sure.
More
Probably.
expensive than GW models? I'm
So-
not used to thinking in numbers that big.
It was so hard to find a frame that was like,
What potato? Is that a real question?
What potato?
A painted background or an AI generated printout?
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
we're not doing the AI printed
yes.
thing.
Who's going to paint the last 2% of it? Well, I didn't say I was winning. I didn't say I was going to win, right? I didn't say I was going to win. I just said I was going to enter. So the idea will be great. And it will be almost finished. So I'm hoping I can wow the judges with my crazy expectations, my over-the-top expectations, and my implementation,
I
so
can't
they'll
wait.
forget that I didn't paint all the gribbly bits they sculpt on their models that are unnecessary. So
I literally cannot wait for you to do that.
it's gonna be great.
Amazing.
So I've got a knight. The whole idea is it's called the Last Charge, and it's gonna have a knight castigator shouldering through the frame, and the frame will be exploding out one side. So I have to bust the frame so it gives it the weight of the knight charging out of the frame and breaking it with its shoulder, and then all the dudes are charging up out of a trench at the knight's feet.
Amazing.
So and one of them's on a horse. So I'm taking what are they called? The Rough Riders.
the Adelan Rough Riders.
The Adelan Rough Riders, and converting one of them over into a Krieg captain, so he can be with his sword out, full charge, gas mask on him and the horse. I'll have to convert that, and he'll be jumping out with a knight, and then the other dudes will be charging up out of the deal. So that's the goal.
Amazing.
That's the goal. It'll probably have like 5 miniatures plus the knight.
Are you doing like a shadow box style?
Shadow box, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll all be shadow box.
Got a little depth to it. Nice.
Yeah. And depending on how crazy I want to go, I might do like flashy LEDs for explosive stuff in the background, so it looks like a war zone going
Yeah.
on in the background, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, now you've given everyone your idea, and there's gonna be 5 other versions of it.
Sure. More power to you. I'll meet you on the battlefield.
Alaskan Gangster is wanting to know how long this model has taken so far. It's kind of tough to estimate because he's only painted it on stream. So the stream painting is
Usharon?
not really, is not really, I mean, because he stops and talks and stuff, so. But
I don't know, maybe
a few weeks? You
Yeah,
been
a few
working on it?
weeks of painting, and I haven't been painting near as much on stream as I normally do.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell you hours wise. It's
stream
actually
10
a
hours a
fairly
week.
quick paint job. I've been working on it for a long time, but because of the stream and stuff, I would say maybe 40 man hours in it, maybe.
Yeah, we stream 10 hours a week. But he's not here the whole time every day and has missed a couple days, and so it's hard to know.
Someone could get you some Krieg on horseback. They're bad stances.
Yeah, it wouldn't
All of
actually
the
work.
Krieg Death Riders, I think they're called. The Death Riders have always been horrible sculpts. The Forge World ones are all sitting still. So it would be much harder to turn a horse that's sitting still into a horse in motion than to take one of the Adelon models that's actually fairly easy to put a Krieg torso on the model, and then I just have to sculpt the rest of the gas canister stuff for the horse head.
Yep.
So not a huge deal.
As a brand new painter, that number sounds crazy to me.
Oh, we've got models where we've spent way more than that. How much did we put into Horus?
Jason's been painting a
I
very
think
long time.
we did the
so,
math,
Yeah.
and it was like 38 hours.
Well, that's not bad then. Then this isn't 40 hours.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible.
Yeah, so I mean, we
You've-
put a lot
you've-
more time.
Probably done 12 to 15 hours on that guy.
And for
incredible.
comparison, Jordan, your model, you just started that, what,
This?
Friday?
Yeah, this is like
4 hours.
4
5,
hours.
Yeah,
Jordan
about
paints
4
6
hours.
models a stream.
Yeah,
I
Jordan paints,
paint really fast.
Jordan paints pretty fast.
I paint really fast.
Just what's going
But
on.
look at the amount of detail, too, on each one.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Well, and
Lots
I mean,
to consider besides just, how much time.
the only part of this
suspense.
model that's really done is the face and the eyes. That's pretty much it.
Are there any plinths or display bases that you would recommend for the texture trainer? We actually have one we need to print and test out, but we have a base that we have sculpted for them that they sit in. So, and we hope to make that for, up for sale in a couple of weeks. So if you check back, I have those that we're working on. Other than that, any plinth would work. It's a disc, so you could put it on anything, right? Paint liquor, yes. Jordan reprimes really quick too. He has to because he paints all his models too fast.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He needs to repaint them. It's like a game he plays.
So,
Tanex said, how did you paint the silver shoulder?
Silver shoulder on Usharon. These are done in Payne's gray and
Hey, somebody
blue
likes
white
us.
mainly, and then just mix that together to get the highlight colors until you finally get to the white blue. Sorry. White
And yeah,
blue.
like Ryan Wallace said, all of the past streams are on YouTube. So he's done all of this on stream. Always go
Yeah, I haven't
back.
painted a single thing of this guy off
Nothing.
stream.
Monument Hobbies.
Mom.
Hello, Malev.
Malev, you're just making words up.
Boneyard, I'm pulling together the colors here really quick so I can get them for you once Jason is done.
Any wash used on the red cape, or is that all blended?
All blended. So, I mean, I've used wash on the fur to do it really down and dirty quick to get the hair of the fur done. I've used wash on all of the black bits of the crown and fingernails and stuff here. Toenails, brown wash. I've used a lot of wash on the base to make it go quicker, but everything else is just brush blended. No airbrush.
People want to know how much the frame cost.
Like $200,
Oh, dang.
$250. Okay. That guy does them
That's a real-
by hand. He doesn't restore them. He makes them by hand.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Does all the carving and
Yeah,
everything.
it's very limited run. He comes up with
Wow.
the design and then he makes a couple of them in each
style.
size, so you can
Oh.
have the same frame style.
Uh-huh.
And
Different sizes.
that's 8x10, but he makes them 11x17, 4x6. He'll do a lot of them. That
That's
way.
very cool.
Yeah. He was the only guy that I could find where the frame width was wide enough to be able to break some of it and have it coming out. Jen and I sat there and looked on Amazon and Etsy and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, and it's crazy how few. There's some neat looking frames.
It more than the minis that he's gonna put in it is what he's saying.
Yeah.
No. It's more than the minis I'm using.
Yeah.
Is what I meant.
So to answer your question, Boneyard, I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of an explanation of how the skin was done on this. And you can watch the progression of it over last Friday's stream and yesterday. Basically, I started from the Zenithal, to build up a little bit of a sketch of how I wanted the lighting to be and how I wanted the lighting to hit the face from the drop shadow on the hat, right? Because you'll notice on the face, it's brighter. Let me drop it so it's a little bit more in focus. It's brighter on this side of the face, and you get a little bit of this kind of diagonal shadow on the right side of the face as you catch shadow from the brim of the hat, right? So that's drop shadow. And so the sketch from the zenithal was very helpful for building that value sketch from black to gray to white. So I did that, and then once I established that base, I then took in a glaze form some bright shadow flesh, and I started glazing the skin color lightly over the zenithal. And that was just kind of to build up a base color to work from. And then I kind of established where the shadows are going to be with the shadow flesh. And then I sort of painted the face largely in just skin tones. So I did shadow flesh, bright shadow flesh. And I really like working with like really warm skin tones, so like really sunshine kind of vibe. So I go from the bright shadow flesh into dark warm flesh, and then into warm flesh. So that's kind of my progression of the skin tones. And I'm mixing like half tones between these two, so I'm doing like shadow flesh plus bright shadow flesh, then some shadow flesh plus dark warm flesh, and then dark warm flesh, and then so on and so forth. Generally speaking, when I do build-ups like that, that's kind of the progression. And then the warm flesh is kind of for just your really bright, like, pings of shine from skin. Skin is generally a little reflective. The oils in our skin tend to give it a little bit of a sheen. So having that nice kind of, like, pop of highlight with the warm flesh here is perfect for that. And you'll notice, like, I put it on places like the cheekbone right here, on the bridge of the nose a little bit, the tip of the eyebrow ridge here, like right under where the hat is.
Hey,
Gets
somebody
it.
likes us.
Thank you for the follow.
Thank you. And then once I have that kind of color palette established, I'll go in and I'll start adding in various forms of color into the skin. So when you look at a picture or somebody's face in real life, you'll notice that there's a lot of different undertones of color that you're going to see in skin tone or in skin. So you're going to see cooler shadows towards the jaw area, especially on men. You're going to see that as like a 5 o'clock shadow. It's also a cooler area for color of skin. It's typically cooler. Your rosiness comes in your cheekbones and your nose and your eye sockets. And then your forehead and upper area typically is a little bit more of a brighter yellowish tone. So bringing those in glazes over areas of the skin.
If you've got a question, we'll get you as soon as Jordan's
that
done.
redness you can see in the cheekbones and the eyes here, and the cool kind of 5 o'clock shadow that we've got going on here around the jawline. Obviously, not a whole lot of yellowish colors to put here in the upper part of the forehead to kind of give you that kind of like bright light feel. But that's more established on this kind of cross section here as we go down. And you'll see a little bit here on the kind of next to the nose and the mouth, because it'll be nice and bright there as well. And this model's got some really cool sculpted mouth lines, so I just accentuated those a little bit with a little bit of glazing, create that shadow. So that's how I would do that.
Disgraced sphere. So disgraced sphere, a couple things first. I can't do a whole lot right now, but the one question I have for you before you
Somebody likes us.
do anything is, did the USPS tracking say that it was delivered? Or are you just going by when you placed the order, it gave you a delivery estimate of yesterday? If it's the first one, if USPS tracking shows that it was delivered and you don't find it, send me a message to support@monumenthobbies.com and we'll go from there. If the order, when you placed it, said, oh, we estimate it'll be delivered by May, whatever yesterday was, we're behind. So that's on us. We're a little bit behind on order fulfillment. We're getting caught up. But you can't go by that. You have to go by what the tracking says. And then over 1984, saw the Shinobi is sold out on the site. Was that a single run or will there be a restock? I don't believe we will be restocking.
We will
those.
not be restocking.
And hello, everyone who's joined us. X-Rian, T. Schmid, Vexing Workshop, who we got to meet last week.
Oh, it's
Revikara.
also about that time.
Oh, yeah, it is.
I do have one quick question before we switch over to doing that stuff. Jason,
Boneyard got your paints yesterday also.
for this shirt, should I go traditional hobby nerd shirt and make it black with white lettering on it, or and repaint it, or should I just do the black on the white?
I would do black letters on white. The white looks good.
Okay, cool.
Of course, everybody's gonna want to know why we
There are
don't
no-
have a black on white shirt.
Yeah, that was my thought.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's more of the joke behind it all at that point.
Yeah, it's just
Well,
it's
well,
inverted
huzzah,
hobby nerd.
huzzah.
Yeah.
I'll just throw back my legs and pollute my britches with delight.
Alright.
Definitely not MB561. Thank you for the sub. Alaskan Gangster has a question which does not require any kind of an adjective in front of it. Why does everyone wipe brushes on their thumbs? Is it to test color or to clear excess paint off the brush?
Yes.
Both, actually. Yeah. I would say in general, for me, I do it more for testing opacity and for testing and removing excess paint than I do for whatchamacallit? Brain work, please.
That was the only two choices, so.
Okay. Yep. Yep. That one.
you were like you just said you used it for exactly the two things he said.
Yep. Yeah, I do that.
It was first got the confirmation it was delivered. Don't think it was Porch Pirates because I haven't had a problem with them around here. So that's, yeah, send me an email, support@monumenthobbies.com. Give me your order number. I can probably look it up by your email address. Yeah, because I'll check that. I'll confirm that we have the correct delivery address, and we'll double check because we sometimes they scan too early. Usually it's within the same day, though. They might scan it and give you a delivery notification, but not actually deliver it for like a couple more hours. That happens all the time. Yeah, so just send me an email. Definitely go through us. Don't contact USPS because all they're going to do is tell you to contact us. So let's skip that part and just get right to it.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Dollar bills.
Thank you for the
Thank
biddies.
you for the bits. Definitely not MB5661. Oh, that was OMG Mike, I think. Said, all right, now that I came here to do this, I can go back to being OMG on YouTube. Mike, if that was you, thank you.
What did he do?
Gave us some bits.
What did he do now?
Came over to Twitch to give us some biddies.
Mike, I'm gonna need you to
Yep,
have
and he's
kids.
back here now.
Mike, I'm gonna need you to go have some kids so you can start saving for their college fund. Stop giving us money.
Wad said, was that just for the Shinobi or are Mindworks not being restocked in general as they run out? So Mindwork models are limited run. We don't restock those.
Some of the Mindworks will get restocked, like the new
the new ones.
Apocalypse stuff,
The Paradise stuff.
the
or whatever.
Paradise stuff, because that's their own IP. They do a lot of their models in limited run because they do them with artists exactly as that in the contract with limited amounts. Mindworks will get restocked as available. The Journeyman stuff will not be being
Yeah,
restocked.
Shinobi was Journeyman.
Shinobi is Journeyman.
Alaskan Gangster, I get packages constantly that show delivered, then appear 1 or 2 days later. Exactly. Yeah, they mark them delivered so they don't show a late delivery on their stats and then bring it another day.
You got it.
Yeah.
I was going to say that
Yeah.
that's probably the most, or
Yeah.
the more prevalent of the issues that we
They
see.
also will scan it, and they have limited options, I think, when they scan of where they can say they left it. So another thing, a disgrace fair, if you haven't already, walk around your whole place and see if they hid it somewhere. Check your neighbor. These are all things that I would tell you in an email anyway. Ask your neighbors, see if one of them got it by mistake. Nobody was your hoped for first display model. I think the big one's still there, probably.
The 1/6 is probably still in stock.
You could get the big one.
Last time I checked, there were a few of those. And you can probably still order them from Journeyman.
Right. When will the next brush restock?
What are you looking for? Sables?
Size 3. Yep.
Probably late next week or the week after. Pretty soon.
The ETA on Texture Trainer 2 coming back into stock.
Check back day to day. We're continually making them, but we've been struggling with paint production lately to keep up with the sales after the release of the new signature sets. So paint obviously gets the priority. But keep checking back day to day. I don't know if you guys you don't have a run you've been checking, right, Jordan?
No,
On 2?
I do not. Yeah.
Oh, well, the 1/6 is what you wanted, so that it should be available.
Yeah.
That one should.
Yeah, I've not. I've
Don't
gotten
check
some
right now,
ones.
but-
I have not gotten any 2s yet. Like you said, I think we're just in that situation where we're
Focus on paint.
Focus on paint. All right.
Yeah, the 1/6 Shinobi is available.
I'm gonna spend a couple minutes here. I'm gonna try and finish up this hobby nerd, and then we'll switch over. We'll do the challenge review.
Oh, the challenge review.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta leave straight up 4, so if
Okay.
it runs long, that's fine.
Zambies.
Zambies.
Oh. Hold up, you make paint? What?
No, I know, right? Little known fact.
I need to answer this phone.
Need to what?
Gee, it's a phone call. Gotta
Oh.
answer.
We have all sorts of people contacting us because of the fire. Excuse Jen while she goes and
Deals with some business.
deals with business. And to the question about painting on our thumbs, you'll see a lot of people do the same thing in a lot of different ways, achieving the same goal in a lot of different ways. You don't have to paint on your hand. For me, painting on my hand is the closest bit of material, so to speak, that allows me to wick paint off the brush in a meaningful way when I am painting. When you go to the palette to put paint on a brush, you typically will get more paint than you need. That's just the way it works. And rather than then taking the brush and touching the model with too much paint on the brush, which can cause paint to puddle on the surface, and then you spend more time chasing paint around on the model, right, trying to push that puddle of paint to where you want it. Removing a lot of the paint at the beginning helps to control that. Seems wasteful, right? So I go and I load my brush with paint. That's too much, right? When I touch the model, that's going to give a lot of paint out. So by getting rid of a bunch of it, I can test the opacity and also get the brush load correct so that I can come over here and every time I touch the model, I just get enough paint to be exactly the amount of color I need, or to let me layer up without it puddling. So it's just as much of a control issue as it is testing for dilution. But definitely good for both. But some people will use a paper towel. Up to you.
Been a while since I've done freehand quite like this. It's fun to do.
I'm sorry to hear that, T. Schmidt. Dealing with uncool stuff is never fun. I hope it's going okay. We are definitely dealing with a bunch of uncool things around here. With our building catching fire over the weekend. You'd trade me? Holy cow, man. I hope everything's okay. Let me know if there's anything we can do to help you offline if you need. Storm of Wrenches does suck balls, both for me and T. Schmidt, sounds like. Couldn't do anything close to that if you had a copy-paste button on your brush. What, to do the Hobby Nerd logo? He's killing it, right? You saw how he gridded it out first so that he had the letter spacing down?
Yep.
And then that helps you guide your hand, and then it's really just filling the gaps. So that's true of any shape, right? When freehanding, finding a way to turn it into a geometric grid of shapes that are easy to fill in makes it more paint by numbers than draw the dragon. You know? Every shape can be broken down to constituent geometric shapes. So it's good if you can do that kind of stuff. Ryan Wallace, subbing to Zambies. That's where it all starts. All downhill from here.
That's pretty close. Pretty darn close, if I do say so myself. All right.
Yep, nailed it. You've been home with a sick kid the past 2 days, really enjoying watching and learning from y'all while she naps. Oh,
Awesome.
sorry you're dealing with that, but glad you get to join in.
Well, not awesome, but I'm glad you're here being able to enjoy yourself.
Zambi's like, it's true. The thing I love about Zambi's, honesty. Honesty. I thought I loved her cookie baking skills, but sadly...
Is them be fighting words?
Sadly, how would we know?
Oh, I guess we wouldn't know, would we? One of these days we might find out if she's kind enough to us.
Wad says, can confirm. Next thing you know, you're in a car driving to Wisconsin with her. Well, that's like vampire thrall stuff, Wad. That you have to kind of blame yourself. You know, you never invite the vampire in. I know her name is Zambies, but also, you told us you'd come out and make you cookies, and yet here we are, thousands of miles away still. Does Lawrence wear his shirt ironically? What do you mean? How do you wear a shirt ironically? Lawrence is a hobby nerd. That bottle on the right of his head that he hadn't painted yet needs to be like a big oil. It's like a plastic oil can.
It's a Jack
That one?
Daniels.
Huh?
The bottle of Jack Daniels.
But it needs to say Noosh on it.
Oh. What I'll do is I'll do the label that's a Jack Daniels label, and I'll cross it out and have Noosh written on it. Yeah.
Noosh.
Then what about the Coke
cigarettes in
can?
his sleeve?
Huh?
What's on his sleeve?
Cigarettes.
Oh, it is cigarettes. Okay.
Yeah. You
Like
you
they
got
almost
it
look
in
like
one.
little people.
Oh,
It's-
because the cigarette ends.
The cigarette ends are
Okay.
in there. Yeah.
Okay.
More tornado watches tonight. I heard that there's like the Midwest is on like storm alert. right?
Dom's minis.
I think Jade jumped in and said that.
I'm sorry you gotta get back to work, but thanks for hanging out while you could.
You can ear Noosh confirmed. Ghost Hunter, Spellcheck is your friend.
All right. Logo is done for right now.
Very good.
Boom. He's a hobby nerd. Officially.
Looks pretty good. Ohio currently leads country in pure numbers of tornadoes, like on all time or just lately?
Transparent paints, vibrant like inks.
Malev, well, Blackside is in
Very
the worst
vibrant.
part of Texas for like dodging tornadoes, dude. Like
Do
when
they
they
just
told me
get
where
hit
they
all
were,
the
I was
time?
like, okay.
Are they just like right in the middle of all the garbage? Thank you, Funk Dizzle. Hi.
Yeah, they're right in tornado. Are they in Amarillo? I forget if they moved to the other place. They were in two different offices, but they had a place in like Amarillo, I think.
Mr.
Waco.
Funkadizzle
That's
likes
right. They
your
moved down into Central.
Freehand, Jordan.
Huh?
Mr. Funkadizzle likes your freehand.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Looks great.
Waco's horrible for
I'm
that.
liking it too.
While you're too intimidated to start painting any of your models, Alaskan, you filled your time with printing about half of the D&D monster manual so far. So much to paint, that's just, the pile just grows.
Just do
and
it.
grows
Just do
and
it. Just
grows.
start. You'll feel so good.
This is my reference.
It grows and grows.
Who is making the art? It's so good. The one on the right is a model from Mindwork, which is available on our website. And the one on the left is Usharon,
Usharon.
which is Games
From
Workshop.
Games Workshop's Age of Sigmar line.
Hey, somebody likes us.
Philip plays the Flesh Eater Courts. And so this is the Lord of the Flesh Eater Courts.
Somehow convinced you to do the whole painting.
He didn't
thing
have to
for him.
convince me. I said, I want to paint that.
Oh no, you convinced him to let him.
I was
do
like,
it.
I want to paint that.
Awesome.
Rick Kuat just bought my first Pro Curl Paint Shadow Flesh. It's really nice. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Ooh,
That is a good
nice.
color.
I have been using
Sorry
that
if I mispronounced your name.
on this dude's face. Also, shall we start the challenge?
Yes, and someone
Review?
said,
Cool.
Ghost Hunter said, just paint. You can always paint over it,
True.
Yes.
which is true.
True. Turns out,
You've seen that here.
not
maybe
being
on our
happy with the
stream.
model you painted,
Makes
not
no
a big
difference.
deal.
It makes no difference.
Just paint over it.
It literally is. Learning to kind of throw the fear to the side will make your painting so much better.
It's part of the reason why I do it so much. We make fun of me all the time for doing it, but it is really because,
Because he's ludicrous.
well, also yes, I probably overdo it, but
Because he's pretty
All
ludicrous.
right, we have a couple questions here.
yeah, let's hit the
My
questions.
main issue is I bought an airbrush to prime them all, but it turns out there is a lot more to airbrushing than I realized, and it's clogging on me constantly, and I kind of just gave up for a bit. Cleaned it yesterday to try again.
Yeah, so airbrushes are like kind of what you're experiencing right now. You always kind of go through a phase of like, why the heck is this thing always broken? The answer is not broken, but there's always a bit of a learning curve with airbrushes because they're finicky little machines, and they're built just so that they work really, really well. If something doesn't get cleaned 100% sometimes, though, it can cause them to do all sorts of weird stuff. So, depending on how you cleaned it, there might be some areas that you may not have thought to clean that are actually gunked up in ways that you wouldn't have expected. A really nasty culprit for this is actually the nozzle. The little copper nozzle or aluminum nozzle tip that you have, that'll get clogged up with paint and will cause low airflow. It'll cause sputtering. It'll cause all sorts of weird stuff. Generally speaking, depending on what type of issues the airbrush is giving you, you can kind of find out what is causing them after you've cleaned those issues enough times. Because usually one thing will cause a particular result to happen. So if it's like air is like coming out and then it stops and then it comes out again, that's one thing. If you're getting air but it's sputtering, that's a different thing. And based on kind of what the airbrush is doing, we can help you kind of sort that out. But once you understand how to clean it and how to figure out what those problems are, it's an amazing tool. Oh, it's another one. He found another one. He found another one.
Hate
And then
Ushran.
over, we might not, like, chat might be able to help you with this more than we will, because we don't make our colors to match a specific any other brand. But over said, I started my army using Vallejo buff. I'm trying to find a replacement with Pro Curl, but haven't had much luck. Any ideas? Leaning toward 50-50 golden brown and pale yellow.
Khaki?
Vallejo buff, if I recall.
Khaki is really, really close.
It's probably like Titan buff, which is like a pigment. Like a popular artist color that you're going to find. I don't know for sure, though, because I don't know what Vallejo buff looks like. But if it's anything like Titan buff, it would be like khaki. Somewhere in between khaki and dark ivory. Somewhere in there.
Ismail Camarillo, we do have an airbrush.
Also, Alaskan Gangster,
Two
if
styles.
you are still having questions, please feel free to hop on our Discord. We've got a huge community on there who can help you out with that. Jason and I are on there frequently answering questions as well. So toss some photos or ask some questions in the chats there, in the help, not forums, in the help channels. And we can definitely help get you sorted with the airbrush.
So yeah, we do make airbrushes with Grex. We have a top trigger and a pistol grip. They're available on our website. Relax Studio, I bought most of your paints to include the signature sets. Haven't bought the transparent set and the metallic set. How do they compare to other brands?
Our metallics are amazing. They're absolutely fantastic. They cover very, very well. You're going to get a really beautiful shine out of them. And the biggest difference to me amongst all of the benefits from our metallics is they paint on, like, the feeling of painting with them is super smooth. One of the things that you'll have experiences with a lot of other brands out there is you'll get like weird chunky metallics, specifically like golds are very common for this. But all of our metallics are super buttery smooth. They apply really, really nice. They layer and highlight just like you would with any other paints. They're absolutely beautiful.
Zambies is holding both Vallejo buff and khaki. Khaki is only very slightly lighter, but pretty spot on. But over is saying I think it was more green.
Oh, interesting. Vallejo's buff is darker than khaki. Wow. Okay.
Buff is one of those colors from them that changes frequently, though. So.
Oh, it's not consistent. Yeah.
Can the transparent paints be mixed into metallics like inks? Yes.
Yes, they can. In fact, that's one of my favorite things to do with them.
The transparents were made to be a very low viscosity acrylic, full acrylic paint that are super high in pigmentation. So they're very vibrant. They're meant to take the place of inks in what we do as hobbyists, because inks have a lot of bad qualities to them, but they're very vibrant. But when working with models, I don't want a product that doesn't have a very solid acrylic base, and even acrylic inks don't. So the transparents should be able to replace inks in your workup all the time. That's what they're built for.
Mike, the rifle style airbrush will be coming with the hot pink plaid paint.
Machine gun style airbrush. We're doing a machine gun and a bazooka.
Oh, can I get the bazooka?
The
airbrush?
bazooka literally just covers them all in one go.
Jess, if
Along with your
you
room,
had a question and I did not read it,
your
then yes, it
dog.
probably got lost. So
The next room.
feel free to retype it.
Yes. Your friends. Your grandmother if she's in the house.
Captain
Bazooka
Mannering
airbrush takes
said-
care of everything.
My partner has gone through 7 different paint brands to find Monument metallics. Well, we're glad that you both finally got there. Well, I guess I'm speaking for you there. Which other paints from your range, other than Shadow Flesh, would you recommend for face skin?
For what?
For face skin. You're gonna get a lot of answers on that.
Advanced Flesh Tone is
Bonsoir,
really good.
Mr. Tattoo.
For a base. Shadow Flesh, like you said, is really good.
Dark Flesh.
Dark Flesh works really good. It tends to be a little bit on the brighter side, so bear that in mind. But it's pretty close. Like if you look at, this is Dark Warm Flesh, Warm Flesh. These are a lot brighter. But if you're looking for, pull Dark Flesh out. So Dark Flesh is great to start with. Shadow Flesh is great to start with. Advanced Flesh Tone. These are all kind of our best starting points. And then we have a lot of other fantastic skin tones that you can use from there to build up your vibrancy or shade down.
Mason said new paint came yesterday. There was great rejoicing. Yay. Ismail, doing my solar auxilia in all pro acryl, and I'm kind of rethinking my entire life. They are amazing, like you guys.
Oh, thank you.
You are.
And thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's kind of a double compliment. So thank you both twice.
Yeah, the fact that you guys enjoy our form of craziness. When we set out to make paints, we didn't want to just make another coating type paint. We wanted to make fine art paints that you can use in the hobby without all the struggle of using off the shelf fine art paints, right? So pre-diluted, able to be airbrushed, no fuss, no mess. Just get down and dirty. Spend more time on the model than on your palette and fooling around. So
Zambies would like a monument flamethrower. OMG Mike, bazooka airbrush. Pre-ordering now. It could probably cover half of smog. Relax Studio, thank you. I'm buying both the metallic and transparent set tomorrow in my local store. Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you for supporting your local store.
We love it when you guys support your local stores as well.
Game Delay said I watched Fohammer's review of Pro Acryl paint from a year ago. He talked about metallic medium desaturating the paint. How would you mix red, not pink metallic with the medium?
So whenever you're brightening up a paint, you have to remember that you have to start with a darker base than what you want the finished product to be, because any tint, which the metallic medium is, it's not so much desaturate, it brightens the value. It will desaturate some colors, just like white will desaturate because you're tinting. So if you're going to do red, start with like burnt red or the new red oxide, not bold pyro red. And you will get a red that is pretty spot on. Right? Because you're going to brighten it up with the addition of the tint. So no matter if you're doing white or metallic medium or a silver or anything like that, you always have to start darker than you intend the final color to look in order to achieve a result that matches your wants. And that's what a lot of people forget if they haven't been, mixing paints for long, right? Is that you have to think not only in terms of what color you would normally use to achieve your goal. So like right now I'm using dark yellow green for what I'm doing, but because I'm placing it over bright skin tone, it's not going to be dark yellow green, right? So I'm basically tinting dark yellow green, which is this color, right? By having a bright skin tone underneath it. So I have to think about that. If I were to use the color that I really see this as, which would be almost like a bright yellow green, but I put bright yellow green over these bright skin tones, it would look horrible. Maybe not horrible, but it would look a lot brighter than I want it to be. So I have to start with a darker color. So it's kind of understanding your starting point and what's going to happen to the paint as you mix or glaze, right? Those along with those other colors. So now I'm getting a very jaundiced kind of dead zombie flesh for all these faces, right? Because I'm allowing the skin tone to show through and mixing the paints and tinting them with like the metallic medium, all the same stuff. Like exactly the same rules apply regardless of how you're actually using a particular technique.
Alaskan Gangster, we do ship to all 50 states. Yep. Use USPS and UPS. And you will have the choice at checkout unless you're purchasing one of our Go Bag products. Those are all UPS only. And UPS, though, to Alaska is usually more expensive than USPS. So for your regular orders that don't have Go Bags, you're probably fine with USPS. Jess was asking, Jason was going to give Spearhead a chance after enjoying Warcry.
Which one is Spearhead?
I think that's the new Age of Sigmar 4.0 like battle box,
little skirmish type thing, right?
It's their like
battle companies.
Their battle companies. Yeah.
Over the transparents are nothing like contrast paints, so don't just don't stay away from them intentionally because you think they're contrast paints, because they're not.
No, the transparent paints are just normal acrylics that start out a little bit more translucent than our standard colors. They are the most versatile paint in our line. You can do anything, and they will make every color you paint with increase in its value because of the way you can mix them together, right? So you could mix transparents in with any other color you've got. They don't cause it to act differently. They don't turn it into a contrast paint. They don't do anything funky like that.
Boneyard, I have a lot of Vallejo paints I don't use anymore, using Procryl now. I don't want to throw them away. Do you have any places I can donate them to? I don't mind shipping them to a location. Check schools around you.
Schools.
Yeah.
That is always our first suggestion, is schools.
Other aspiring hobby nerds.
Yeah, other, like,
That's another great one.
if there's anyone that hangs out at your local game store that, seems to want to paint but has a hard time getting started. Young people,
Cousin, nephew, family
yeah,
member, somebody
younger,
that you
younger
know.
family members that might be interested.
Yeah,
You
believe it or
know,
not,
you could, there's plenty of places to donate without you having to ship anything. There's, tons of stuff that's going to be right around you probably.
yeah, we get this question a decent bit, and our answer is always trying to pay it forward to get more people excited about the hobby. Definitely don't throw them away.
Yeah, don't throw it.
They can be useful.
Any way to turn Procryl paint into a contrast-like paint?
Yes.
Contrast medium
Glaze and wash medium.
or glaze and wash medium? Is that the same?
I mean, it's not the same as contrast medium, but it will do the same thing.
Okay. Well, try and Gabe. People have a lot of questions. A lot of people here watching. But yeah, we do need to start this because it's gonna.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah,
long,
we're
then we
getting
need
a
to-
little.
3:34 already.
You bring it up.
So I have it open, but I don't.
So you want
It's
to go?
this, right? Scenes.
Yeah. Do we?
It's not up here like it was last
Yeah.
time.
So you got to go to whip.
Okay, yeah, I have the directions.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, those directions I don't believe have changed, as far as I'm aware. If it breaks, blame Gabe.
Blame Gabe.
Hear that, Gabe? It's broken. It's on you. I didn't touch it.
But then do I click? Now that it's here, now what do I do?
It should be showing.
Did
Whip.
you switch to the whip scene?
Yep.
You have to go into the one that has the Discord 2, where you're highlighted. No, right there, and then hit the properties button up above. Hit that, and then on that window where it's red, click down there. And
It's on it.
slides.
It's this right here.
Nope.
but it's not seeing it, so click the Google Slides.
that one.
There you
Ah,
go.
there we go. Okay.
Yeah. And then just hit OK.
Okay, here we go.
We have arrived. So, in
Oh,
true
Do you want
Jordan
me to get
fashion.
Schlebby and I can leave?
Yeah.
Do you need to leave?
No, Sapo's saying we can't do the review until Schlebby shows up. She's working. She's working for me right now. So if you would rather have her, we can grab her and I can go work.
Sapo just said, "No, stay."
Jen is not allowed to leave.
Yep. All
Okay.
right. So,
What?
yep. So our first submission,
Jabe,
we have Jabe. Also,
Teach
who
me.
let this guy participate?
I don't need that right now. I'm doing my best.
I will fight. I don't see Jen though. What do you mean you don't
I'm
see
not
Jen?
going anywhere.
Jen is right there.
Gabe, this looks great.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is actually really good. Great job, Jabe. Oh, you know what I just
Can't win,
realized?
though, so
Of all of the photos that I put in here, did not put a before photo for you.
oh well.
Well,
This looks okay.
this looks all right. Jabe did all right.
All right, here we go. Which one's the?
All right. So generally speaking, unless the photo includes both models, the old model is on the left, the new model is on the right.
Okay.
So with this one, the big things that I'm noticing, more branches on the tree,
Yeah.
more finishing work on the tree, making it look a lot more tree-like.
Tree-like instead of like ropes.
Nice texture. The
Wow.
painting on the tree is not really nice. I like that the base got a little more like brighter. I think this looks really good. A little bit of tufts on there as well.
It is really cool that the theme of it stayed exactly the same.
Yes.
So it wasn't like a full redo.
Yeah.
He's like, I just made this one better.
Yep.
More detailing.
Yeah,
It
the
is, yeah,
wood
great
on the tree is a
upgrade.
big improvement for
I like
sure.
it. I like it. Good job.
Treebeard.
Oh my gosh.
So, I don't know if Treebeard is here. I don't know if I've seen him in chat. But this one on the left is an old model that he painted way, way, way long ago. He was very young.
Look at that.
And then we have the newer rendition. He's not here today. That's a bummer.
Aw.
Then we have the new rendition on the left. Look at how crazy these eyes
The
look.
eyes are great.
That's my favorite part about
Yeah.
this. Is these eyes. They're glittering and glowy. Also has different colored eyes.
Yeah.
Little heterochromia.
I like it. Well, maybe not.
Oh yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, because I can
No, I'm
see it on
seeing
the
it.
one side.
Yeah,
It's just turned a little bit, but still cool.
it's still very cool.
Yeah.
Great job.
Texture on the fabric.
Great
yeah.
execution.
Yeah, this looks great.
I love
This
the
is like
texturing on the hat.
Second one, Baka.
It's got that like
We're not
suede
very
vibe.
far.
It's great.
Well, no, it's the third one because the first one was Jabe.
Yep.
Not that you don't count, Gabe. You do, but you can't win.
Hey, but you can't win. Hobbybot with a
Very
new
nice.
rendition of the Dark
Oh
Angels
my gosh,
Space
what
Marine
we really
with Banner.
also should have asked is like how long is the before and after? Like when was the first version painted?
Some people notated it.
Yeah,
Um,
because there's just so much more detail in it now.
yeah,
That's
it was difficult to find all that information
Mhm.
just because a lot of people have like multiple different posts
Yeah.
through.
No, but what I'm saying is
Yeah.
like just like the more attention to detail, right? Like
Yeah.
nothing here, and then now there's like oh,
hmm
Yeah.
I think the big one for me on this, weirdly enough, is not actually on the like main body of the model. It's in the bones on
Yeah.
the banner.
yeah,
Like that contrast that's
Mhm.
achieved by like pumping up the brightness with another highlight, deepening the shadows a little bit, makes such a big difference. Also, obviously painting all the rest of the things on it,
mm-hmm.
really great improvement there. And then obviously the rest of the work is great.
That's great.
Well, they changed him from a Dark Angel to a Black Templar.
I think that's still green. I can't tell if it's supposed to be like a greenish black, but
Could be, yeah. It looks good though.
yeah, it looks really good.
Oh my gosh.
Bakamaru,
Good
great,
job, Bakamaru.
great improvement here as well. I love the molten, not molten metal, but the white hot metal.
That's great.
It's great.
With good glow.
Nice
Yeah,
skin rework.
I
Onto
love
the
the like
belt.
spark bits on
Yeah.
the
Yeah, it's so
anvil.
good.
Oh yeah, that's all. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
saw
so
this. I was like,
good.
dang,
The
this is great.
skin is so much more lifelike.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh, this was a really cool challenge. I'm already really liking it.
Yep. There's a lot of really fantastic like part A to part B's on these. Game Delay. This is Game Delay's second submission that he didn't finish, but he wanted to put it in anyways. I think this is actually the one that Game Delay is painting for one of our Valiant local painters here at the office.
Oh, awesome.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very cool.
This is a really cool piece. And I'm excited to see it.
Is it a
Go
mirror?
It's I think
It's
that's
the
the
idea.
intention.
Two?
Yeah. The idea is
So,
that it's
is
like
it an
looking in
actual
the mirror. No.
It's two models.
Yeah, it's two models, and that window is empty. There's nothing in it. So
Okay.
But
that
it
there's
gives
a
the
model on the
idea
other side.
since they're
Right, right, right.
mirrored images of
Okay.
Angel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now I
Yeah.
get it from the first one because I see the wings. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Very cool.
Okay, and then we have
Holy mackerel, old chaos dudes.
so Widan did something crazy. There's a next slide here because he did like 5 models this month.
This is awesome.
So he repainted the original one here, and then continued to repaint 5 of them.
Yeah.
So if you click down to the next one,
Really quick though, Jfar, are you asking about this one from Game Delay? Because if so, you got to ask Game Delay, tag Game Delay in your question.
yes.
If you want to know where any of these models are from, you got to tag the person who painted it.
Yep.
Okay.
These are also everybody's name as it is written in here
Their Discord.
is their Discord.
yeah.
But Game Delay
Um,
is Game Delay
thing,
here too.
yeah.
So if that's the model you were asking about,
And it's Gamed Elay.
It is Gamed
sorry,
Elay, that
I
is correct.
mispronounced it.
Gamed Elay.
Okay.
Check it out.
Yeah, these turned out.
Oh, I like the second one.
Holy, the
spectacular.
glowy,
second
the
one
two
from the
glowy
left.
ones are amazing.
Yeah, use our fluorescence for that. Has really cool glow. He has actually has a photo of them with
Lights off.
the lights off. Yeah, it's really cool.
This is
Very
fantastic.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah, great job.
Zinli, nice repaint over,
Wow.
little change. Nice skin work on here. Nice separation, all the details.
Yeah, very cool. I like that you went in a totally different direction. Like you
Mhm.
had, obviously, you had a vision with the model on the
Previous.
left,
Yeah.
with how it was intended to go with the more magenta, probably reddish hair, and I don't know if the skin was intended to stay in kind of a bluish gray, like almost
ash
like
kind of.
drow,
Yeah.
style skin tone. But I really like the idea of then shifting completely,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what the colors are. Sometimes you just pick a palette and you start working away on a model and it doesn't feel right, and
Yep.
so these types of things are great to do.
Elder Thad,
Oh, nice.
reworking an old. So obviously the
yeah.
one on the left is the old one. We got the new one here. Crisp, cleaner lines. Nice color choices here against the blue and the red and the yellow hair. Looks really nice.
Yep. You can see learning a little bit of shading.
Yep.
Mhm.
A little bit more value playing around on the model as he's redone. Also, the basing and stuff looks really good.
Yep.
Great
I
job.
like, yeah, the underneath of the cloak being a
Mhm.
different
love this
color
challenge
for the
'cause you can see the
shadow than
growth.
This one.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Jason?
You can see the growth. I
Yeah,
don't care
for
if they
sure.
did one day and one the next day. It's
Yeah.
just the
Yep.
attention to detail has changed so much on all of these from the first to the second. It's great.
Star War here. I love the glowy fiery bits on this.
Yep.
Is awesome. It pulls my eye immediately. I just want to look at it.
Is this just the back and the front? This isn't we're not seeing the original.
The original is on the left.
I
Oh, I
think it's
see.
two different models
Yeah.
where he did the same model twice.
Gotcha.
So he could keep the first.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
A lot of
Gotcha.
these are like this.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Which
then-
I think is fantastic. Again, you can just see the attention to
Yeah.
highlighting, shading, creating value and volumes through the
Yep.
model on the one on the right. Look at the fur,
Yeah, the
look at
face,
the
the
clothing. All that looks
scales.
great.
the big one for me too is the vials. That's a huge difference from
Oh
the
yeah,
first
pages
two.
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
book, all sorts of great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Page. Oh yeah, the pages of the book. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah,
Now
all the
Now that I
metallics.
understand what I'm looking at, that's
Yeah,
great.
this second one does a really great job of giving really nice, wonderful detail while still having a lot of vibrancy and brightness and color, while still having like nice shadow. So, great job.
Wow.
Hidden
what's going on
Toad.
there. Like some kind of a pox.
Oh, Alaskan, yeah. These are not meant as competitions. We do give away some prizes and stuff, but not in a way that it's like, oh, you are best painter. These are really about the challenge, and like it might have been Mo. Game Delay says, the point is to stretch yourself. It's not always the best model that wins. It's the people that really take time to invest in the challenge to really push themselves. So new painters can see just as much, if not more, from things like what we're talking about right now. Like I think that this is a very, very new painter friendly challenge. Like if you painted your first model 6 months ago, I guarantee you the models you're painting today have shown an elevation of your skill from 6 months ago. And that's really where you can show that off here, regardless of where you're at, right? It's just that climb that I think is what gives everybody the incentive to say, oh, I can do that. Great stuff.
Yeah, this is a good example too of like the big difference from point A to point B.
Oh yeah.
On
claws
the
are fun.
the first one on the left here, you can see that it's like really simple breakdown, just a couple of different colors to just like put some color on the model. Whereas you can see on the one on the right, there's a lot more attention to where colors are placed. You got this kind of toucan, almost beak like things for the claws. Then that color is kind of pulled into the kind of carapace on the back of this thing. I don't even know what this is, to be honest.
Yeah, I
Even
mean,
with
really,
the-
it's
the
like
fun
on the
colors.
first one, it's kind of like just put paint on the model. The second one is actually trying to create art, like
Yeah.
creating some design on the carapace and color and things like that, which is cool.
My
This,
least favorite
this
kind
is
of toucan.
the scariest kind of toucan.
Yeah, no,
that I
that's
can
what I
think
was
of.
just gonna say. It's like even they're fun colors, but it's a scary looking.
Very
thing.
gruesome
Yes.
model. Yeah,
I,
definitely.
I would
I-
not want to run into that.
This is
Oh,
great.
fun.
Face Masher. What a cool improvement here. You go from like
Yeah.
old school style, like almost 90s green rimmed base with the basic stuff, and like a kind of, it was a nicely executed scheme, to this like really nice vibrant thing with some like kind of glossiness on the base,
Scale gel.
nice little rock on there. Yeah, this is really good, Face Masher.
Yeah, I like the colors too. I like the bright green and the.
Yeah.
Yep.
The eye has a lot more definition. The teeth look really nice and sharp. Like everything is a lot more crisp on the second model, and it's brighter, more vibrant. Pops. You got a little bit of the kind of like dinosaur, like spotted like lines on the side of the face, which is really cool. Yeah, I think this is great. Good old Gamed Elay coming in with
Gamed
number
Elay.
2. Now, Game Delay,
So I think they both look great.
they both really look good.
Like I like the first one too.
Yeah, you can see a lot more study and light on the
Yeah.
second one, but the first one was a good jump, right? The first one's got a lot of light going on too.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a little bit more what appears to be, and this is not meant to be offensive, but a little bit more of like dry brushing, and some more simplistic approaches to painting. Whereas the second one has got very deliberate brush strokes all over it.
And the blends on those
Yeah,
tentacle-y things are amazing.
yeah, they're both
Great
really
job.
good though.
Very nice.
Maverick.
Ooh. Like this.
Yeah, so this one, I don't think Maverick was able to finish it. But they put it as a final anyways, to kind of show what they were able to get done with it in time.
This is another one where I like the first two just as much.
Yeah, I'm interested to know the story here. Like, what was the progression? Was the one on the left the first one, and then we did the study in more skin tone and color, light and dark, cool and warm, shadow and highlights, and then the third one he's kind of taking all of those things. I can imagine the progression is that this third one is kind of taking all the learned things from the first two and putting them together. The skin looks great. Great job. But I do have to admit, I like the tattoo and the work. that's
tattoo
been
Yeah, the
done on
tattoo
the
one
other
is
two as
really
well.
cool.
Yeah.
Some really good technique and stuff done on the first two as well.
And like the porcelain looking skin is really nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pope J Rod,
Oh, fun.
nice change here from 1 to 2. A lot more basing, some more brighter, more distinct colors. You can tell there's a lot more buildup in the skin colors instead of it feeling like it's more of like a kind of a contrast wash almost. It feels like more deliberate application of color, which is great. I really love the section at the waist of the tabard on the red. I think is really, really nicely rendered.
Yeah, nice highlights.
It pops out to me really nicely.
This thing is scary.
Yeah, four
yeah.
heads.
I'm like, there's a head going the
Arms
heads are
and all
going the
sorts of weird
opposite
places.
Arms and
directions.
heads all pointing in different directions. This guy's scary.
I don't want to see him.
He's
on
got
the street
faces
either.
in his belly. This is very strange.
Luke, new Pro Curl sets just landed on my porch yesterday.
Oh.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thank
Oh, that's
you.
awesome, Luke.
Kara, you killed it.
Kara, this is fantastic.
This is awesome.
Look at that eye and the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to take a moment to
Sorry,
realize the
I meant
dramatic
the main
shift.
eye, and now I'm also seeing all the other eyes.
Yeah. Look at the dramatic shift in the difference between
Yeah.
satin paints and matte paints.
Yep.
Right? On the left, you've got all that unnecessary shine in the recesses where
Yeah.
the satin paint builds up as you paint. And then you look at the shift over to more matte finish, and you actually see more of your painting.
Well, but also the glow on all of the eyes.
Yeah, it looks like it has a little bit of a gloss on the eyeballs.
But I don't think it does. I think that.
Might be a little bit of shine, but also just painted well.
Yeah.
Some fluorescent in the irises and stuff is fantastic.
Love.
I love the multicolored
Oh,
eyes.
and the flowers on the base
Oh yeah.
kind of match.
Yeah, it's cut off a little bit. It's kind of hard to get all the
yeah.
photos
I can see it on my
tucked
screen.
in. Yeah, it's
Really?
to get them blown up enough to be able to see on screen.
Really great job. The
Very,
smoker's
very
teeth are
nice.
fantastic.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
teeth are great.
The scales, the skin, everything looks great.
It's got a nice cohesive like level of atmosphere to it as well. It feels like it's in a dungeon, which is really cool, or like in a dark, swampy or foresty area. It's great. Blood Walrus. I love this as well. This is kind of like the one that I was talking about before, where it's like you're taking like an old model that you had back in the day, and you're giving it a facelift, right?
This one, the new one's on the left.
Okay, yeah.
This one,
This
the new
one
one is on
reverses.
the left.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
With
this
the
one reverses.
stuff on the base.
Yeah, you can tell with the freehand is
Right.
much sharper and cleaner.
Oh,
Kara's like he's
yeah.
down to a pack a day. The smoker's teeth
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
beholder. He's cutting
Cara,
down.
how long between the two?
Yeah, because Cara's here.
Well, yeah, game delay too.
And game at Elay.
Ooh, this one's good.
I love the shield torso
Yeah.
thing is really cool.
The
Yep.
hair.
The
looks
change to the
nice.
orange,
Lot
like
of
the
good
color
detail.
palette on the one on the right is so good. Keeping it in those like warm
Mhm.
warm areas. The shading on the rocks really
Yeah,
nice.
I was just gonna say the stone thing that he's holding.
Yeah, this is a big, this is a nice big change.
Yep. Baka on the dwarf, it was 1 year and 2 months or so between the two.
Awesome.
Yeah, to see how far. Hopefully, this helps you guys too. See, like, oh my gosh, look how far I've come.
Yeah,
Because these are amazing.
Yep.
Ghost Hunter,
Ghost Hunter!
really cool change here.
What is this creature?
I don't
Like some
know.
kind of
It's
lion-y kind of
yeah, it's
thing?
like
Is it-
a
on fire?
molten
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like
lion
burned, right?
thing. It's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, great job on the underglow and the scales
Yeah.
and such.
Yep. Yeah, it pulls through really well on the underside too, as it kind of gets a little bit darker into shadow there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. Great job, Ghost Hunter.
What a job.
Tone.
I like that
Ooh.
there's a metallic hell dog out there someplace. They're very scary.
How neat
I'm loving this
that they
this
made this with
changeover.
the
Ooh, great job with the verdigris
verdigris.
Mhm.
bronze armor. The statue.
That's a really
looks great.
cool look for Stormcast Eternals, to
Mhm.
be honest. I don't see it happen very often. People don't tend to do that style, but they look really good. I also think the color choice for the leather
Mhm.
against that kind of gold or like the verdigris bronze, right? Like super nice.
Source is like filthy Stormcast.
I like the on the back, the like skirt type thing. I don't know what it's called, but right here. I don't know. Oh,
Oh,
ah,
oh, we're breaking everything.
right here.
Yeah, that kind of
That
like
looks really neat.
I don't even know what it's called.
I like those colors working really well. There. That, like faded burgundy.
All right,
The
so
verdigris looks good.
Ooh, General Ginkgo. That's
General
cool.
Ginkgo did like 3.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to rapid fire through these because
Okay.
this guy did all sorts of
All
them.
right.
We have 2 of these in 2 different color schemes.
Okay.
Which is great.
Okay.
I like the
one.
white.
Ooh, I
teal's
like
really
this-
cool, too.
Yeah, the little turquoise one's fun.
Add in the basing, the OSL, a
The
little bit of the
green on the
burning
A
front.
on
little
to
bit of
the
glow
red.
is good.
Mm-hmm.
Weathering.
great.
Bullet marks.
Oh, I didn't even notice the bullet marks.
Oh, and then this is different. Okay.
And then also from General Ginkgo, a nice
And
change.
this is no slouch. Like this is not a small model.
Yeah.
this thing's
seriously.
huge. This thing's huge.
This thing's
Redo it in one-
enormous.
That's pretty impressive.
And nice basing. He tore him off the base and redid the whole base and everything.
Yep.
Great stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the mouth is a lot more finished up. You got that kind of nice, meaty, gross.
And again, just
Yeah.
picking a completely different color scheme and going with it. I love
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Trying out some new things.
Dorkosaurus.
Ooh, oh my gosh.
So this one is
She's
the
cheater.
old is on the left,
Yep.
She's a cheater.
and then on the right there's 2 photos of the one on the right from different angles. This is great. You know, one of the things that I really love about Dork's work in general, because you see it on pretty much every model that Dork paints, is the use of color, like
Yeah.
crazy, vibrant, bright color, just everywhere. It's amazing,
Yeah.
and you can definitely
Dork
see
is
this
100% a cheater.
100% cheater.
Yeah.
100% cheater.
100%.
Yeah, this is a really good study
Really,
in
really
just
nice.
lighting, right? Because we don't have a lot of the pronounced light outside of the hand and those areas really close. The chest could stand to be a little bit brighter given the proximity to the hand, but we're not really judging these on prowess. We're looking at the difference between the first one into the progression into the second one, and just a tremendous level of effect generated. Very cinematic. Love it.
Paint liquor. This is
Also 100%
Awesome.
cheater.
also 100% cheater too.
I have to interrupt really quick and Philip's not here today, so I need to go lock the door.
I can go
So-
do it because I have to leave.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we can.
You guys can carry on, and I will take care of it.
All right.
All right.
I really like this. The model
Do you-
gets me. The fact that the sword is driven right through the torso is.
Do you want to choose someone as your favorite
Oh yeah.
or as a?
We're
I mean,
not at
they're
the
all-
end, are we?
Mm.
No, but
That's
if
not
you're
fair.
leaving,
That's not fair.
well,
Hmm.
okay.
I trust you guys. You guys pick.
I'll pick a couple. I'll
You
pick an
guys,
extra.
you guys can each pick a couple.
Yeah.
Look at this glow.
I have a couple that going through them. I have a couple that I have my eye on. This is amazing, by the way, Xenobond. This is really cool.
Great
I
stuff.
love all the little bit of weathering towards the bottom end of the stone with that kind of like underglow feel. Ooh.
Wait,
it's
what's on
super
the
good.
all the way left? That's just
That's just
multiple
the
angles of the one
that's like a
that's
blacklight version of the photo on the right.
on the right. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's painted with fluorescence, so it glows when it's.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the crystal in the middle is fantastic.
Yeah. Really,
You
really
can
nice.
tell a lot of studying, a lot of practicing of technique going on here. Great stuff. I got Jump Gang. Thank you so much. Great to everybody that entered. I've loved everything I've seen. I will catch you guys back here manana.
Bye, Jason.
I should probably not.
Okay.
I'll just leave that right there.
Oh wow, Sapo.
See you tomorrow. Sapo, this is amazing.
The I don't know what these things are called,
This is a
but
work.
like the tusky looking things.
The tusks.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. He has big tusks on his
Well, he's not an elephant, so
No,
or like a mammoth,
he's an
so
orc.
I
Those
don't
are
know.
Those are the teeth of the things he's killed.
That's where I
The
like.
teeth.
There's a huge difference. Okay. Yeah, and just a lot more like dimension.
He has more tusks than face. Yeah, great highlighting here. Great pops of color. Everything's got so much more contrast. The skin's really readable here. Great job.
Yeah. Yeah, the metallic looks great.
Nodens.
Nodens.
I like the direction with this. It's kind of hard to see because it looks like a really blown up photo.
It does look a little washed out.
It's a little washed out with the brightness, but the parts of it that I can see really well is there's more deliberate intentional color application
Yep.
on things like the paws, which are brighter than the fur around them, which is
Yeah,
really
for
cool.
sure. And then more
Um,
dimension in the fur too. Like more,
Yeah, some of that's going to be shading from the light, but so it's hard to get an exact
yeah.
idea of what the color looks like. But I can see the work that's been done to it, and like the mouth is painted,
The eyes.
the eye,
Yeah.
a little bit on the nose too is great.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
great job, Noden. This is really good.
Very nice.
Clarkatron. I think Clarkatron
What
killed
is
it. This is really
this?
cool.
What
Very
is
eerie.
this? It's like a snake with a head, like a human head. That's a crazy thing. I'm focused more on the model than the painting right
Sapporo.
now.
The orange spot highlights didn't show up in the pictures. Yeah, it's sometimes with the pictures, I only have kind of what I'm working with the photos that I'm given. So like I put the best ones that I can find in there and blow them up. But yeah, Clarkatron, this is
This
a
is
great
creepy.
upgrade. It and also is spot on for the color reference on the card.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's like a perfect match.
perfect match.
Yep.
This is great.
More scale gel. Baby J 100% approves.
I do approve.
Yeah,
Last
right.
insert.
Look at the box art.
I've got to
quality.
say,
It's-
when trying
it's
to
a
jump
great
into this hobby, I didn't expect a
replica
level of
box art.
support and just genuine friendliness from the community. I
Yeah.
love it. Hey, man, that's what we're here for. And, we, as a company, are very, very hobby focused and very community centric.
We
So,
do this. We're here doing this every day.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
So same time every day. Join us.
every day we're here.
Yeah. We love our community.
Red Zyphos, part 1
Uh-oh.
of 2. We got another one here.
No, is the repaint the right? Because I think the one on the left looks great.
The one on the left is the repaint.
Okay.
Yeah, the one on
Okay.
the left is the repaint. Notice you said the original was painted about a week or so into the hobby, and the
That's
repaint
awesome.
was about a month and a half, give or take. You're about 2 months in. Hey, that's
That's great.
fantastic. You're doing a great job,
Yeah.
Nodens. It is noticeable, man. You're doing a great job.
Okay, so the left is okay. The one I'm looking at.
Yeah, the one on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely tell there's a little bit more depth to the non-metallic metal.
Well, it was the
Um,
base that threw me off because the base on the one on the right.
Yeah,
looks,
it's
like,
not quite
fancy,
as
but-
finished as the one on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is great. I love the cloak.
Yeah.
Good color choice.
Okay. And
This
then
one-
seeing
this
the
one I
little
love.
Square one.
I
versus
wish
the-
that the one in the back, there was a photo of it
Yeah,
in focus.
it's like the depth of
Yeah.
field is off on this.
So Zyphos
It's
did
kinda
this,
blurry
if
back
I can recall from the post, this is like one of the first models that they ever painted, and then something that happened like maybe a year later, and then 2 years later.
Okay.
So we get like a little bit of a kind of an introduction at a couple of different levels.
Uh-huh.
I think this one on the right is amazing. Fantastic job.
Yeah.
Great base. Really, really nice attention to the small details and highlights on the kind of the leather, like or cloth jacket that he's got going on there. The face looks great. It's really, really expressive, which is hard
Yeah.
to do on small faces like this. So really, really well done, Red Zyphos.
Stobor said, thanks for the feedback. I was just looking. I did the original in August 2023. I think it was the second or third thing I
Yeah,
ever
game delay.
painted. That's so awesome.
Oh,
this
Gren.
is gross.
This is gross, but also very cool.
Yeah.
And very nicely
Well, the
painted.
gross is probably what the intention was.
Yeah. Nice, clean, crisp details. You can see the eyes and the skulls are a lot darker.
Yeah.
It gives a lot more contrast there. The red is a lot more pronounced. It's a lot
Gross.
more saturated.
Yeah.
It looks more like bloody
Realistic. Yeah.
muscle tissue, right? Very cool.
I do like though on the original one how it looks like they like I don't know how there's blood like on the closer to the top of the bones. It just looks grosser.
It just looks grosser. All right, T. Schmidt.
Teach me.
So
somebody
there's
likes us.
I couldn't quite figure out how this next photo integrated, but I could pretty clearly figure out that the photo on the left here is the old one, and this one on the right is new, and it looks fantastic. You got really great, the texture and the highlights on the beard look great. The skin is much brighter, more vibrant, more contrasty. Basically, all different levels of this model have more of that attention to detail. Everything's a little crisper. Everything's a little bit cleaner. There's better contrast. Things look a lot
4
nice.
years between these two.
4
Yeah.
years. Yeah. Very much noticeable improvement.
Very nice.
And then this one's really cool. This one has like OSL done.
Oh yeah.
T. Schmidt was talking about how he repainted repainted it again, it sounds like.
Well, it almost looks more like a statue.
Yeah.
This one.
The old one is the very first shoot model on your Instagram. That's
wow.
insane.
Very cool.
Panic Bomb.
Panic bomb.
So this one is cool because Panic Bomb actually wrote the dates
Oh,
of the
yeah,
original
yeah.
paint jobs.
September 2020, June
Which is cool.
23, and then the new one.
Oh,
Okay.
Cannibal! That's actually a really cool thing to call out. I didn't realize that the pin
Well,
was
that's
the
what I
source
was
of light.
wondering. Like, I think the pin is supposed to be the light.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I did not notice it until now, but that's
Okay.
very cool.
That's why I was saying it kind of almost looks like a statue, like there's something shining onto the side of the
Mhm.
statue.
Yeah, this is a great representation of like just a little bit of color everywhere to establish a cool looking model. You can start seeing that the details are getting a little bit more pulled out in this middle one. The base is a little bit more roughed out. You get a little bit better skin color. You get more, brighter definition, better contrast on the other parts. And then you can see kind of the final understanding of all of those things implemented on the one on the far right, right? A more advanced and more comprehensive base.
Well, aren't they all repainted?
No. So the ones on the left are the old ones from the photo on the left.
Oh, okay.
And then the one on the right was the new one that was painted.
Okay. So they just, the all three of them, like the two that were painted in the first one, they just look brighter in this picture.
They look brighter than the photo on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because of the lighting
Okay.
in the photography.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Oh.
Toss a coin to your Twitcher. This is
What?
great.
This one's great.
Really, really cool change
Mm-hmm.
for the colors. I really love the color palette on the Hawk on the right. I love the fact that it's got a nice cool base on it as well. Great job.
Finish.
And we're finished.
Ah.
We managed to go
Alright.
through it pretty quick.
Yeah. Not too bad.
Lots of fantastic job. Like you guys knocked it out of the park this year.
This is
this year,
difficult.
this month. But it's really great. I'm glad that you guys really kind of jumped into it head first and got a chance to try repainting some stuff and getting a nice, cool, look at how your improvement has been.
How many do you have your eye on already?
I got 2.
I have 2 as well.
Are you gonna steal some of mine without?
Probably
knowing
not.
it?
I don't know. I don't think I usually do. You go
All right.
first.
All
You're
right.
fine. Okay. So
Yep. So keep on going up. It's pretty hard. Okay, this is one of them. Oh, yep. Xenobond.
okay.
This is one of them.
Okay.
Like this thing like looks really, really similar to the box art. Like I'm
Okay.
looking at this thing and like all of the different elements of this
I don't
model
know anything about it, so I'll take your
look
word for it.
awesome. The crystal
it's-
on the right
The glow is
is
amazing on this.
insane. Like the attention to detail on the crystal there looks amazing.
Mhm.
The really sharp, clean highlighting with kind of that worn, like when I look at this, it makes me want to paint this faction.
Yeah, I look at the 2 things on the sides of the crystal and like the way they glow and
Yeah.
that's
Yep. Yeah, this is a spectacular job, Xenomond.
okay.
This is
That's
my first
one.
one. And this is my second one.
That was gonna be mine.
Yeah, I thought you might also have this one. I think this is one of the ones that super clearly demonstrates
Yeah.
like a really nice jump
Yeah.
in knowledge from one to the other.
Yep.
And I think that Kara did a really great job of picking a model that was like, hey, this is a model that I painted a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good starting point, and then showing all of your progression
Yep.
into such a great finished product at the
Yeah.
end.
Yep. That was your very first model.
Oh, that's crazy.
Awesome. It looks fantastic. Yeah. Other one.
Yeah, yeah. There were a couple of other ones
I
that I was
like
considering
the-
as well, but
The metal part.
oh
s-
yeah,
the
it's
sword.
awesome. And there's also something about like the way that Bakumaru managed to like get the face painted on this one
Mm-hmm.
that like has this kind of like kind of like grungy like attitude
Uh-huh.
to it that looks really good.
Yeah, and just the hair, the beard
Mhm.
hair, the skin, just looking more lifelike.
Awesome.
But the main part is like all the detail on that sword that he's working. Oops. Sure.
That's the top.
Yeah.
Jabe, you can't win. Sorry, Jabe.
Well, I mean, Kara was my second one, and Bakumaru was Bakumaru and Kara were my 2.
Okay.
And Xenobond and Kara were
I
my
have
2.
one more that I'd kind of
Okay.
like to pick.
Let's do one more.
Yeah. Oh, go down.
This way?
Yep, go down. Yeah.
Okay.
There it is. Oop, oop.
That one?
Yeah.
Mingy Mingy.
Yeah, this is awesome.
All right.
I love this one.
All of
Baku,
them
you win our
are
adoration.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you guys all did a great job. We picked just kind of some of the highlights that we really liked here. And y'all did a great job.
Yeah.
Thank you for participating. I can't wait. It's always really fun for me to come in at the end of the month and look through all of these because I get this like kind of suspense as I go through to like I hear people talking about it and it's just like I don't look at because I don't look at the channel until I do the review.
I know. Yeah.
So I've like glanced in before and I'm like nope, I can't look.
Yeah.
So it's great for me to be able to see all of these things after I like send you guys out with a prompt for the month And yeah, you
Yeah.
guys always never cease to amaze.
Yeah.
And get me excited about painting.
Yeah. Great job.
So,
If I just push Jordan solo, does that take me back to you?
huh?
If I push Jordan solo, does that?
Hmm?
Okay. Look at that. So much easier.
And, yep. So we're gonna
But
wrap it
hopefully,
up.
yeah, and hopefully everybody though that participated feels like, especially seeing them right next to each other, hopefully that you all feel that you've grown in your painting. The whole point of really fun challenge. You think you should do the same one every year?
So I have plans on doing something similar as the January challenge for every year.
It seems like a fun January one.
Yeah. So
New year, new paint job.
Yeah, I did. So this January was pick something that you think you're bad at,
Mm-hmm.
and work on it for your challenge. So we got a lot of like non-metallic metal, we got a lot of skin tone, stuff like that. That's kind of my plan for every January, is to do that kind of like, let's take the entirety of last year,
Mm-hmm.
let's think about the things that we're failing at, and let's try and look at improving them. And then it's a great way to kind of look back at the year and find something that we feel like we need to work on for this year, and then we can come and address it the following year. So I might do like December and January being those. Although I like December being like a holiday one. It's fun. But we'll figure it out. But thank you guys so much for hanging out here. If you
Yeah.
stuck through with the raid, which it looks like some of you might have, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoyed the challenge review. Make sure to drop us a follow if you want to continue watching us as we go live throughout the week. We stream for 5 days a week, not 4 days a week. Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Arizona time. If you're curious of what time that is, look it up on Google. It's the easiest way to tell you. We got weird daylight savings. We don't do daylight savings time, so our time's weird. But 2 to 4 our time every day during the week. I don't think we've missed a stream in a very, very long time.
It's been a long time since
Yeah.
we've had to cancel.
So we are here every single day. And then Jen was so wonderful to put up a whole bunch of links for us. Make sure you guys check those links out, especially the Discord link. That's where we do all of our monthly challenges.
Got a new one going right now.
We have one going right now. It's our post-apocalypse month. So you got to pick a model that's like post-apocalypse themed, or a model that isn't, and paint it in a post-apocalypse theme. That's kind of what inspired us to do. Like, this guy is kind of cool, right? Little post-apocalyptic hobby nerd. Man, I'm saying it without messing it up. This is great.
What's that?
Make sure you guys check out our store link as well.
Okay.
It's going to be a great place
Okay.
where you can
We're
find
almost done,
all of the
so
wonderful
I'll
paints
be
that we're
out
using here
just a
on
minute.
stream. We are Monty Hobbies. We make Pro Curl here in Arizona. You can also check our store locator link as well. That'll take you all to your local game stores where you can buy everything. And as well as our YouTube link as well, which is where we put up all of our shorts and our video tutorial content, which we are constantly adding more to.
I was just gonna say we're gonna raid over into
perfect.
Next Level Painting. So if you are on YouTube and you want to continue watching some hobby painting, jump on over here to Twitch, and we'll drop you off over at Kenny's.
Yep. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We will see you all tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.